my daughter for playing.
Yeah.
So when I was like signing her in and everything,
Yeah.
I finished, and then I was like, so nimkuja sangapi? It's like, what? You speak Swahili? Okay.
Yeah, we are prosperity
So
women.
you can record.
Okay, sound tunaanza.
Are we saying officially or is it
Officially now it's
okay.
on, it's on, man. It's on,
Okay,
we're
okay,
on.
get it.
Hi everyone, this is the Honesty Hour, and you know what? We look forward to such moments, to just have those fun conversations, talk about our truths, and hang out here on studio. And today, y'all, we have Madam Rahab herself, and we were talking about prosperity, but this lady takes prosperity to another level. She's an entrepreneur of close to a decade, or even I think a whole decade herself. And she also is the founder of Failure Stories. You know, we talk about failure as something out there. Rahab owns it, she carries it, and she tells us to wear our pride with it. Rahab,
Yes.
Mambo.
Kwasana.
It's so good to see you.
Thank you so much for having me.
I know you've just been prospering all over Kenya, and I'm thinking, gosh, when can we have Rahab here?
Well, now I'm here. Finally.
Karibu sana.
Yes, you've been hosting so many other people. I'm
Yeah.
just wondering, when is my time?
When will you
Yeah,
shine?
when will
When will you shine?
Exactly.
I know. So today we are here, and I know this is a subject that is very close to you. I mean, by the time you start talking about failure, lazima umepitia, you know. They
Yes.
say umeyaona.
Nimeona.
Aisifue
Yeah.
mvua imemnyeshea.
Mm.
Tell us, what is that epic failure in your life that just got you thinking, I gotta either change my ways or, you know.
Wow, let me tell you. So the way in which failure stories began
Yeah.
is after I analyzed my life, and I just saw like it's been a series of failure. Like
Yeah.
starting one business, you know, you can have a really dope idea, business idea,
Yeah, yeah.
and then you just start, and then you epically fail.
I know, right? They say business is character development.
It does. And like by the time I was getting to like the 6th, 7th business, and I'm like, okay, I must be really good at failing, you know,
Right.
like
It's like you did 7 businesses.
Yeah.
Which was your first, actually?
okay, so my very first one
Yeah.
was a business. I don't know whether I want to mention it because there's a page on Facebook, and I don't think I want people to see it.
You didn't
Maybe
take the page
I'll
down. You need
deactivate it.
evidence in the future. Yeah.
All right, so there's this business I started. I think it must be back in 2010.
Yeah.
It's called Bulamarais. So you see how now,
Nice. Yeah.
like even just the name.
I know, right? That
Yeah.
sounded like a business that would be successful. Tell me about it. Yeah.
So, first of all, the idea was like way ahead of its time, you know,
Yeah.
because it was a business where I bought gowns. You know, these gowns people wear to events.
Wow.
And
Yes.
wanted to start like hiring them out, like when you want to go for an event, a wedding, whatever event you're going for.
Yeah.
So you just, instead of buying a dress,
You
just
hire.
come hire and then, you know,
So
take
cool,
it back.
you know. Yeah, because dresses are like 7 Gs.
Yeah.
So how much are you renting?
I think like a G of
A G,
1500,
yeah,
or,
yeah.
you know, and then like dry cleaning bill.
Yeah.
So I started that, but now the thing I did, I got dresses that only fit me.
But isn't that the secret? You buy dresses that fit you so that you can wear them in case someone doesn't come for them.
No, but like, what if someone who's not your size?
I know,
they
yeah,
can,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
so that failed. I was just left with dresses and no money to
And no money to show for your dresses.
and no money to even like attend an event and list my dresses.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that was the very
That was
first
the
one.
very first one.
I think that was the very first one that I realized maybe I need to learn from this mistake and just analyze. Okay, so what did I do wrong?
And how long did it take you before you made that decision? Because I think that's where now, that's the defining moment, isn't it?
Yeah, after you realize like even your own friends don't wanna.
I know, oh
Yeah,
gosh,
yeah, you're
when
like,
your
okay.
friends don't want it.
Mm.
So you didn't go through that phase of thinking your friends are haters.
You know, you hate them secretly.
They're haters. They won't even buy my stuff. Even you
Yeah.
have no stuff that they want to buy.
Exactly.
So which was the epicest? I mean, because 7 failures, and it's not just 7, because usually Actually, there are more.
There are more.
It's just that these ones you can't remember.
Yes.
But the epicest of
I think
of them.
one I can say was this time I wanted to do a production,
Yeah.
something that would put Kenya in the map in terms of tourism.
Yeah.
So I came up with this concept called Coming to Kenya,
Yeah.
and I worked on it for a whole year.
Mm-hmm.
It was a concept. It was meant to be like we get a team from maybe the States or the UK, bring them into Kenya, and then we travel with them. So
Wow, that was so
yes,
cool.
so you
much
can
fun.
imagine
Yeah.
working with the different production teams, doing proposals, sending it out. Like I did everything, mapping out all these things, working on
You
the
always
budget.
thought big, which is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Until I sent the proposal to a media house, which I'm not going to mention.
Yeah.
And a few months later, I watched my show on TV.
Yeah, I have such a story too.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, is it possible that we think alike? Or did you actually lift my story and you're
literally
implementing it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know. And that I think that's one of the hardest things for us as people who are in business or entrepreneurship. Because then you start being suspicious. You're like, no, if I share, you'll implement.
Exactly.
But I think also what I learned, did you learn that no one implements the way you would do it?
You see, at the end of the day, the vision is yours.
The vision is yours.
Yeah.
You're the one.
So they might do it, but they won't bring it out the way you had intentioned it to come out.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and I would just like, first I had to get over the shock of watching
it. Yeah. Like, there goes it. There goes it.
And that's like a whole year of my life,
Yeah, I know. Teaching and doing all these things.
Yeah, and even like, because I used to like book studio time, I used to work with different production houses.
Yeah.
Just to like even
to record. Oh, really? So you have gone miles into it.
And even trying to do like a pilot, because you're not gonna approach someone without like proof of concept or even just a pilot for them to
actually visualize what you're talking about.
Yes.
Wow.
Only for you to see it being. Yeah,
I know our producer Eric relates with that. People who steal people's concepts. It's like, yo. Anyway.
Yeah, and then so the lesson I got from that is that you might have this idea, but there's systems in the country that protect you. So maybe learn how to copyright your ideas.
So now you're more about that.
Yes. About intellectual property, that was a very tough lesson to learn, because IA is not a short time like
to invest in something.
Only for it to. So you learn. So I learned that it's very important to copyright and to own your intellectual property, so that even when you share, and also you also need to put a caveat that this proposal and everything there within is a property, is intellectual property of XYZ. So blah blah blah. So with that there, anyone who wants to try and maybe steal your concept,
they're more careful.
They'll
have to edit or do something.
Yes, but you see, I didn't even have that.
Yeah, but I think it's those things you learn when you're in your 20s. 20s was so miserable. It was like the learning phase of our life. I think even for me, when I was 27, for some reason my mind refuses to register failures. It's like, and I've failed so much. It refuses. But at 27, I realized, oh my gosh, I have failed. I've failed so miserably. So I'm in this room with this guy who's auditioning me, and he's asking me, so you've been acting since you were 19, or the way I was so proud. I started an early career at 19.
Wow.
So he's like, what do you have to show for it? And I was like, oh my gosh. I was in tears. I was crying because I was like, nothing. It's really
like no portfolio, nothing.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think sometimes you really have to sit, and I think I really love what you're doing. Like you really sit and you look at it and you learn something from it, because when you deny it, you don't learn. You keep repeating the cycle. Repeating the cycle over and over and over.
And you just experience the very same results.
Exactly. Because you're in denial. So I think that's something that I personally need to do. So failure stories.
Yes.
At what point did you really even think that? Because that's so amazing and so powerful.
Yeah, because I used to watch all these big names, you know, the very successful entrepreneurs in the country being interviewed.
Yeah.
And all they would talk about were their successes, how they made it.
And you're like, but me, my story is different. From what cloth am I made?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just said, like, what if these people, because you see, when they share their successes, all you do is inspire me, pretty much. But you're not gonna teach me anything.
It's not relatable.
No.
Yeah.
I'll just be inspired to want to be successful like you. But you're not telling me the challenges you face and how you are able to overcome them. Yeah. That is what more and more successful entrepreneurs need to share. Share your failure stories. You know, let us learn from when things were dark, when things were like when you made mistakes. And you know, some mistakes can be so epic, they cost you a lot of money.
You're like, hey, I came out alive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
your
know?
money, like all
Yeah,
your savings. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So and that's when I thought, like, why don't they share their failure stories? Because that's where the lesson is. Yeah. All you do when you share your success stories, you just inspire someone to want to make it, but you don't teach
But
them.
is inspiration enough? You know,
It is not.
It's not
It
enough.
is not enough. Yeah.
Right.
So failure stories, what we're trying to do is just like change the narrative and make failure a part of success.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it is not like when you fail, it is not the end of life.
It's
you
not
know?
the end all be all, right?
Yes.
All right, Rahab, we're still gonna talk about this. I see Malik incessantly calling me, and that calls for a break.
All right.
We shall come and have a moto session maybe
Yes.
this time with him in the mix. And this is so excited, like really learning from those failures and teaching using those failures. And that's what we can relate with as young people who started business. We can't really relate with the success stories as much because we haven't even reached there yet. We're still on the journey.
Yeah, and I also remember this person has been in business for like 10-15 years.
I know.
So there's
And
no
we're getting high blood pressure because of it. All right, Rahab. Gotcha.